Carolyn Dube here, and today I'm playing with leftovers. I had these little pieces cut up from a tag I'd put through the typewriter, and for some reason all these little rectangle-y shapes called to me, so I started playing with them on this very, very fancy substrate called cardboard from an Amazon box. As I'm doing this, I'm finding I'm really enjoying squares and rectangles and things with 90-degree angles, which is kind of strange for me because I've really been on a circle kick for a while, and so this might be a hint that I'm going more for the squares for a while. Who knows? But with this, you can tell I'm very carefully, precisely gluing this down with gel medium. Yeah, not so much. I'm just doing it so it sticks on there. And I could dedicate my day to very precisely gluing this down so not a speck of glue squirted out. But I don't find that part to be fun, and I just want to do the fun part, so I'm just gluing these down enough so they'll stick in place. And like I mentioned, this was from a tag I'd run through a typewriter, so I'd been cutting little words out to put on some other project. And I had some spare words because I make typos all the time, and on a manual typewriter, you have to just retype it again. So I have this hodgepodge of words that came from this, and I'm actually going to put those on there to make some sort of kind of found sentence out of them. I'd really hope they'd be a little bit easier to read. That's why I did the black background here, because with such a my usual busy painty background, it's hard to see the words, but now the lighting is messing with me. It is a beautiful sunny day, so my apologies that it is a little bit harder to read than usual. And what this is ending up going to say is, who are you meant to be? Well, I let this dry completely, which for me is a big deal, because I'm usually not that patient. Well, I was off working on another project while this was drying. And I have all these paintbrushes full of paint. It's that last bits of paint on the palette, and my brushes are loaded up with color. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put them on this piece of cardboard. And that's what this is coming from. That's why my paintbrushes have a little less paint than usual, because I'm just using up the last bits that I have there. And the colors didn't quite seem as bright to me as I thought they should, and I realized that's because of the brown of the cardboard. So now it's time to get rid of the brown of the cardboard by putting white in all those places. And of course, I'm going to be very precise about this. I am going to meticulously paint the edges so that it is precisely only on the cardboard. Okay, no, I'm just kind of fitting it in as best I can. If a little white paint goes up here and there, I say that gives it character. This isn't about stressing myself out. This is just about having some good old fun playing around with the leftover paints. If you're enjoying this video, well, and you probably are if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably having some fun watching it. If you've enjoyed it, I would love it if you'd share it or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or both. Every time people show their support for art and creativity in this way, it totally bribes the muse to get me back in there to make more videos. And yes, I'm still fiddling with the white, trying to make it look as bright a white as possible.